welcome. I'm Retro Robbins, otherwise known as Wayne, and I thought I'd do you a quick video if you want to see behind the scenes of the Retro Robbins show, how it's made and what it is I do here. So join me and follow me now. So we go through the door that's named the Ship of Dreams, and of course I keep it on a good lock. It's quite an old house, this is 1914, so we'll shut that now. So let's have a quick brief look around, and we'll start where you've probably seen this before. Yeah, there's my Spectrum. All these Spectrums are fully refurbished and recapped and working and in top quality condition, with the help of Ian from Mutant Caterpillar and a little bit I've been able to do myself. So first of all, you've got me Mighty +3, which I've got a couple of those, and I always like a lot of stock of my computers. There is a
Bluetooth
under speaker, so I can play music through and find it pretty good. So yeah, television, which I've got bolted onto the back here. This is a switch for the downlight. Clock that somebody made me, fantastic. Yeah, LEDs, and of course I'll switch that back on for now. The usual oh, that's my, you've seen that before, haven't you? My little signature piece that I really love. It's a Bluetooth speaker. It's very well made, excellent bit of quality. It's not a cheap item by any means. It's proper nice bit of kit, and yeah, you can put your own design patterns on, or you can go for a set load of patterns. A couple of holders there, left and right, which I can interchange for Crash magazine, because obviously the one I've done way previous, so I always put it in there. Just a bit of eye candy, and of course the big screen, which is all wired up. There we go. So what's in the drawers, you wonder? Well, we'll go down to the first boring one of the two. We've got various +3 discs, a few leads, some empty kit. You know, this is just the usual bric-a-brac. Some music CDs I keep for myself. It's the only place where I do keep music CDs. I used to have loads. An old hard drive for that, which I was a project teacher, working one of course. And then we come to the more interesting stuff. If I move my clipboard out the way, which I use. So I've got my multi-faces, different ones in here. I've got my +3 arranged discs there, all of them with various files on. These are cassette cases I brought from a car boot sale, and they didn't have obviously the proper ones to them, apart from Star Wars. But a lot of them are just tapes, and I mean I've got my gunship there, which I keep at the bottom because I never want to get that out, because there's like a little paper inlay that goes over the keyboard, which is good stuff really. And of course in here, which is well clipped on tight, so oh, you have to really unclip that. Just loose tapes, lots and lots of loose tapes, and a couple of instruction sheets. And some more blanks if I need a couple. Oh, and that is from an old oh, I forgot, what is it? I forgot. I know it's off one of my consoles back in the day, sort of thing. Put that on for now. Top drawer, you've got all these cases, a couple of rags there, some wires, syringe for alcohol, IPA, sorry. I've got 3 of these are all the same, 1, 2 and 3, all of them working. In fact, I'll do a little quirk actually. I don't know if I can show you this here. See a little smiley face, a little sticker I stick on it, that's to show it's happy, which means it's in good nick. And let's push that shut. Spectrum +3, all working 48K Spectrums. And of course, well, this whole thing, which I'm usually sitting about here, quite a distance away, not really, I can see clearly. There's my table, so what I do, let me just put this away. Bloody retro rubbish can work. Well, here, it's now a feature of my show, isn't it? So yeah, So I've got my store, which I put, basically I slide that over to there. That is probably pre-war steel container. That's just PLA filament for my printing. There's not really much to show there, other than there's a box full of bits, Spectrum bits, some wires and stuff, and it's just painting material really, and dust sheets, and a cupboard that I've got to fix up. In here I've got a little quick drawer of bits and bobs. Down the bottom, which I'll keep on with this tape because I keep knocking the thing open, so some Spectrum, some records, and just bits and bobs again. Yeah, that inside there is a grey, and there's none is there a grey +2, there's another +3, and they're all bubble wrapped and safe because they're in great nick, but them ones are kept in reserve, so we say, because I know that the +2 especially needs a recap before I start using that. +3 needs a sound fix, which I'll eventually get around to sending that up to, you know, because I don't open it too often. I just got to tie it shut. Right, so what else we got? Okay, more interesting stuff. Desolder station, soldering station with a hot air gun. My laptop's there, which you know, I don't always leave there. I just move it over to the chair when I'm working. Obviously there's my cutting board. You're wondering what's with the G-cam. Well, the G-cam I use to pull my solder off, you know, when I'm soldering over here, so that's good. There's the Commodore, the one that I've recently acquired, so that I can do Commodore versus Spectrum. Just a little bit of light-hearted fun. And in here is lots of Spectrum equipment. There's about 4 cases, new cases in there from Dior in China. 4 more in there. Shed loads of stuff in there, parts and that rather. A project that I've got in future. Another one of Dior's joysticks, which I've got. And then this is where it gets really, really interesting. As you can see, I've got my Mighty 128K, which I'll keep underneath. Here, whoops, I'm not going to let that fall on the floor, no siree. Put that up there a second. Hundreds of games, more equipment, more games in there, more equipment, more games and more equipment in there. That's basically what all that is. I'm not going to go in, of course they're on wheels. We just take them off each other, so yeah. Put that back down there. Oops. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, there's more equipment there. Oh, what's down here? Okay, I'll show you now. Hope you're enjoying this. I don't know if you find this interesting, but that's just all chips and spare components that I need are all kept in that box for me to sort out when I require, etc. You know, I'll keep everything sealed and away. In there is a box load of crash magazines, which I keep there, and there's more equipment and more wires and leads all in there, of course. So, right, so how does it all work? Okay, well, let's get to that now. First of all, there is this device that you are now looking at is effectively a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. You pull this across like that. Right, and then you just bring that harness in and you hook your camera into there. Recognise that? And of course the front camera records me, the rear camera records that. Now, as you can see, I've got all the SCART leads attached to the sides, as I can plug them in and out as I require each computer. So there's only one edge connector for SCART there. There is a HDMI, but nothing uses HDMI. Let's go around the back. And we'll come back to the usual bit here as we go around the back, and what we'll do is bear with me as I'll just wheel this forwards. It's all on casters, by the way, so I can quickly get to the back. The whole thing pulls forwards. What we got? Well, we got my mazer wires. There's the for the LEDs, and of course I haven't got enough, but a couple of USBs. There's the back of the television. It's all neatly wired up and hidden out the way, sort of thing. And that I push down to illuminate this. Right, even though that's worked, I've just taken the power supply separate so I don't have to have the computer on to switch it off. You can see it glowing lovely. Computer on to see the LED flashing. So there you go. Oh, and one last item. What is this device? Okay, well let me show you. I'm going to have to harness you up. I'll just, as I say, just move the harness across. What I'll do is I'll grab that, pull it across. There you go. Of course I've got my microphone and everything set on there. And just dropping you into the harness now. Okay, what is that? Well, it's nothing to do with the X-Men. Okay, let's put it that way, right? It is actually, in fact, there's the lights, which I've got wired up for extra lighting. But if I bring down, say if I'm doing some surface mounted soldering here, I'll just click on these two, drop that down like that. You see that? Yeah. It's my microscope. Take you out the harness now. Yeah, so I'm able to, and of course it all goes up and down by wheeling it up and down, and you can change the strength of the LED. And I've dropped it down a bit too low. I usually have it a lot higher than that, but I can get in because I've got quite a bit of room. And then of course under the microscope we just focus it in. There we go, see a sheet, there we go. Small rising there becomes big. It's great for SMD soldering. Well, in fact I can show you how good it is for SMD soldering. And let me just grab a little circuit board that I just dropped. Oh, I won't use that. I'll tell you what I'll use. I'll use the something I soldiered up early. Remember that device? You want to have a look at it? Yeah, it's quite big, isn't it? Yeah. Look how big it is now. Right, perfect, isn't it? Great, that is. Ideal. A little bit of remainder of flux residue there. It's great for that sort of, you know, when you're doing sort of little surface mounted components there. Sorry about the, I'm just bringing the focus in. Shall I move a bit closer? You see, if I move down, just have to adjust the cursor. We can get really close, and you can even times to it. And we'll just bring it into focus. And there you go. Clear enough for you to read what's actually on the, once it stops wobbling. I must weight it down. Yeah, and there you go. So you can quite comfortably get your soldering on in there, for instance. Let me show you. So supposing I want to solder this item here. It's hard to do this and hold the camera at the same time. There you go. There's your soldering point. There's your soldering iron going in. Look. There you go. And of course the extra lighting everywhere helps, but that's what I've got that tube for. And yeah, in that bag there's a future project that I've nicknamed Project Janus. Yeah, everything I've nicknamed Project Janus. It's just a quirk of what I do. Let's get on with Project Janus. Oh look, doesn't it look good, that little you know. Of course the whole thing rotates, moves up and down, and you can take it out. So yeah, but it's a great little device. Obviously it needs stabilising. Of course I can use the top then to put stuff on. It doesn't wobble that much when you're not, you know. Originally that comes on that particular base. So yeah. Oh, you can see the bit of my backyard in the background. Don't worry, I've washed those curtains. But yeah, that's mainly it. Oh, and I use this device a lot, which is pretty cool, for printing out labels. What do I use that device for? Well, I'll show you now. Because I don't go flicking through the magazines every time I need to look up any information, I print them out. Presentation, you know, graphics, playability, addictive qualities, value for money, and overall rating. So I'll print them out, and I'll put each game, the obviously enterprise, the name of the software company, the price that they retailed at, just information for you to basically talk about over And that's the way I sort of get that information straight to hand, because I can't remember everything, you know, and as I do my show, just to be interesting and entertaining, because obviously you forget these things. Sometimes you need to, you know. And that, of course, is from Bite Delight. I got one from Bite Delight to come, but I got this particular one through ZX Renew. It's Peter's, and I must remember to say Peter, not Pete, because I'm terrible at doing that, and I do apologise. It's Peter's little hobby. He supplies equipment for spectrums and stuff like that, but unfortunately for Peter, he depends a lot on the people that supply on him, and they do let him down occasionally, and when they let him down, unfortunately he's the one in line who gets the stick. So take it easy on him. A couple of magnifying glasses in the back, and well, that's it. So let's flip the camera around. What do you think? Amazing, isn't it? Well, I'll just push this out of the way. I've got to push it all back in a minute and put it all ready. So I've got another show to record later, hopefully. But I'll put this as behind the scenes at the Retro Robbins. Yeah, it's a good room to have. It's a good room. Oh yeah, there's not really anything in those cupboards. It's all my clothes. So yeah, there may be some odds and sods down here. Yeah, loads of wires as usual, and no, those are closed. So yeah, look at that bad boy. That's an antique, isn't it? Eh? I've got loads of antiques like that, and obviously I've made a tower in the past, and I've had a different thing. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically it for this room, and I've got a few tape recorders lying about. There's one there. Where's the other one, shall we say? There's probably one underneath there. There's two actually. One there, shall we say, and one underneath there, which I can pull out for you to show you, which is a tape recorder. And I'll just keep these things. Glue gun, of course, is always going to come in handy. Oh yeah, yeah. That's my dad's cap. It's an old one, but I love it because it's my dad's. And as you know, I'm a carer for him. He's got severe dementia, and I look after him. And so in my time, because I'm stuck in the house looking after him apart from work, you know, I do a bit of a YouTube show just to, well, to pass the time away and hopefully entertain people and give them a bit of light-hearted entertainment. So, behind the scenes at Retro Robbins. Oh yeah, look, I'm a tournament champion from Newbury Automatic. Oh, years ago. Thanks for watching, take care, bye for now. And as always, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe and share. I will be doing more of the usual videos. This is just a behind the scenes look. Thank you very much, take care.